Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host. Welcome to the Brown's Neighborhood podcast. We finna get it on now. The main event is here. His name is Anthony Singleton. Yep, he was bad, but he was young. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was bad in the neighborhood. And when did you move over there on the block over there on Hooper? Was you on Hooper?
Yep, Hooper in 87.
Hooper in
87 place.
How old were you when you moved over there?
I'm going to say, about 12?
About 12?
12.
Yeah.
I was over there in 68.
You didn't get to go to Russell, did you?
Yeah, I went to Russell.
You went to Russell?
Yeah.
So you got a Russell experience.
Yeah. But we moved over there from up out of Watts. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really Watts baby. I'm still a Watts baby.
What?
Watts baby.
So before you moved over there, you was living where? In the project?
No, I wasn't. I just said the project, but I said over in Watts though.
Okay, well, you know. Well, where were you living in the in Watts?
Oh, I really on Fur.
On Fur?
Yeah. By 92nd.
Man, you wasn't in Watts.
Why ain't Watts? That is Watts.
That's like the suburbs, man.
No, that's Watts.
That's like living on 85th Street, you know what I'm saying?
That's down the street for the projects, that's Watts.
That's down the street from the projects over on Fur.
All day.
Man, so did you grow up in a two-parent home?
Yeah, with moms and my stepfather.
Yeah, okay.
My stepfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was y'all bad over there?
I wouldn't say we was bad. A little bit in
Y'all was
between.
bad when y'all got over on Hooper?
Yeah, but I mean, when we was over there, we was out, look bad, look good. You know how
Bad, look good?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters you got?
It's 5 altogether.
5 altogether?
Yeah, 5 altogether.
And where you at?
I'm the second to the oldest.
Second to the oldest.
Yeah.
So you gonna be laying the ground. And you get over there on Hooper, on the avenue. Now you get over there. Did you have to do any fighting over there?
No, I didn't.
You didn't get in no fights?
Not that I didn't get in no fight, but when I first got over there, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
At Russell, you got to Russell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, when I was going to Russell.
Who was your friend at Russell?
Me and Kenny Riley, man. That's my road dog, man.
Kenny Riley?
Yeah. We both was on 87.
Well, Kenny Riley grew up with mom and dad. He really, I don't know how he even got involved in anything. He come from really like an Andy Griffith house.
Shit, that nigga bully.
He was? Yeah. Kenny Riley was a bully?
Hell yeah.
Well, when we was coming up as kids, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to say he was a bully then. You know what I'm saying?
As a kid?
Yeah, as a kid. Because you know what I'm saying?
10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
He wasn't bullying then.
No, we all got along. We all did the same things, man.
Right. That's as a kid.
As a kid, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as years went by, you know.
No. We're going to talk about it. You understand? Did you ever pull that mic to you?
That's what I'm saying. I seen it move on.
Move that sucker where if it act like it want to move. Yeah. Look here. So you finally, I don't know if you did much at Russell. You understand me? But when you got to Drew, you met a whole lot of other people.
Yeah, but I'm going to take you back a little bit if it's all right.
It's all right, because I need to know the story.
Now, we did a lot in Russell now. You know, back in them days, man, in elementary, man, we was already in this, we was up in it like that, man.
At Russell?
At Russell.
Elementary.
Man, you got to look, man, we talking about the 60s. Man, we was doing what we do.
Well, what were you doing?
Being bad as hell.
Is that right?
Being bad as hell, man.
Well, tell me what bad is.
Huh?
Do you know what bad is?
Yeah, man. Kicking ass and everything.
You was fighting at Russell?
Yeah, man.
How did you learn?
Look, I used to get so many swats, man. I don't know if you remember Mr. Johnson. He was the principal there.
I don't know. I think I had Andrew, maybe. I don't know.
At the time, man, I stayed up in that office.
Why?
Being bad, man. Talking crazy to some of the teachers. All that. They had a teacher there named Mr. Bates. Mean. I was one of them cats, man. I only listened to certain teachers. Certain ones, man, I didn't want to hear nothing they were talking about.
Why is that?
Because I was just being me, bad.
So you know you was bad
I know I was bad.
in elementary.
In elementary.
Were you fighting?
Nah, yeah, here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, at one point, yeah, I mean, nah, so-so, man.
So what were you
So-so.
doing to be bad if you ain't fighting, man?
You know what I'm saying? Man, look here, man. If you talking crazy to teachers, you're in the office all the time, you're in there for a reason. It ain't for being good.
You was in there all the time.
I was in there all the time.
Getting swats?
Getting swats, man.
Man, those swats hurted like
Yeah, but you know what though? But you know what I used to do? But you gotta look at in elementary school. I'm gonna speak on our dress code.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was wearing the 501,
Right.
the Cocoa Sacks, the biscuits, and all that.
In
In the elementary. Man, my mom used to buy us all that stuff. We was wearing.
Well, I know you had them Kroger
That's what I'm
sacks,
saying.
but
We was already wearing these things. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fights used to happen when somebody stepped on your biscuits.
You know
You know what I'm saying? Because once you get that dent in there, ain't no comeback from that dent. You got that soft spot there.
Yeah.
You mean you had a biscuit in elementary?
In elementary, man.
Did your mama know what she was buying?
No. No. It was just something that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was wearing it.
Everybody
That was
was-
older.
Right.
That was older.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I see all the older guys, you know what I'm saying, what they were wearing. You know what I'm saying? Man, shit, I want to be like that. I want them.
Is that right?
Yeah. I want them biscuits. I want that bomber jacket.
You know what that bomber jacket represented, man.
Look, I wanted that bomber jacket. I wanted them biscuits. I wanted them Levi's. I did all
I'm gonna
that.
say this again.
As a kid.
What's a bomber jacket mean?
That mean you like you gangster, gang or something. Yeah. I mean,
But you know
am I
what though?
tripping?
But let me say it like this here.
No,
Let me say it like not really. Yeah, 'cause let me say it like this here.
Why you couldn't just
I
get
was,
you a
but at
sweatshirt
the
or
time
something?
in elementary, it ain't like I was from a gang. I wasn't from no gang. That's
Right.
what I wasn't from. You know what I'm saying? But you can not be from a gang, but still have a mindset.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, it was a few of us in there when we was like in the 5th, 6th grade, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to head up out of there to junior high. You know what I'm saying? We already had certain mindsets.
In the 5th and 6th grade?
Yeah.
What kind of mindset could you have, man? Man, in the 5th and 6th grade, what mindset could you have? I mean, you're only in elementary, bruh.
Man, look, like they say, man, you're a product of your environment.
Now that's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, we mimicking what we see.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
when I was talking to Parker making it seem like I just went home. I didn't do that. I went home like a square or something.
No, you weren't no square. You just being yourself. You didn't hang out like that. You know, you didn't come to drink beers with us or hang out till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning on the block. You
I
didn't do that.
I sit on the curb and watch what was going on.
You sit on the curb. Yeah, you always sit on the curb or sit on the porch. One or two. You ain't coming across the street, man. You ain't coming over there with Archie and them. We all over. You ain't coming over there because Archie ain't gonna let you come over there.
Wow,
You know, like Butchie, going back across the street. You can't hang out over here. You gotta go on back over there.
So you had a mindset in elementary.
Yes, I did. Because of my environment. When I put like this here.
Well, when did you even talk to any girls in elementary?
No.
You wasn't thinking about
No,
that.
I mean, you're talking to girls, but I mean, not on the level that you probably
Not
speak
on that
of.
level, but
Yeah, you know what
everybody
I'm saying?
still like the girl
Yeah,
in
yeah.
elementary. Like, ooh, she look
yeah.
kind of good, you know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you got your little friends, and you know what I'm saying, when you coming up and little girl that you
Well,
may
you did-
like, that you think you like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? You know how that goes.
But you graduated.
Oh yeah, I most definitely did that.
But you got the Drew.
Did that.
You got the Drew. You started meeting other people because, you know, did you get any trouble at Drew?
I got into a lot of trouble with Drew. That was a whole nother environment, man.
You were just another young dude, man.
Another young, still badass dude.
Do you
It is
know
what it was, man.
Do you know what made you bad?
You taking me back again, man. It's just I was just a product of my environment. It was just the individual that I grew up around.
Do you think? Let me ask this question. Do you just think you were bad, or do you just see people being bad, so I'm gonna be bad too?
Well, but you know what though? I ain't gonna say I seen other people because I didn't feel like I was a follower back then. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I didn't follow up behind people. You know what I'm saying? Now I did. You know, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I see people living a certain type of lifestyle, doing things out there. You know what I'm saying? That I adapted to. You know, I want to be like that too.
Yeah, cause
you know what I'm saying?
Because see, I'm gonna just say this. I got a brother, and I thought I was, we come up in the same household, but he was doing everything bad, man. Like something was wrong with him. I mean, from stealing to all kind of stuff. You know him?
Dirt bomb.
I know him.
I don't even know how he got a name called Dirt Bomb. I mean,
You know how he got
dirty all the time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Though?
That's what he said.
Like
pants be dirty.
like Parker was saying, he was a bully.
He was.
Parker don't know.
But you know what though? Let me say something though. Share something with you though. Just like, on some of the questions you just asked me about, you know what I'm saying, the mindset, being in elementary, you know what I'm saying, doing, all the bad things, you know what I'm saying? Your brother. Same thing. Like, we was doing Russell together.
You think he was bad at Russell?
Huh? What? He was one of the worst.
He was?
Yes.
My brother?
Your brother.
See, he didn't see it because he was always, he the baby boy, so he didn't hang with him.
Let me tell you something. You know how many fights your brother had with my brother?
Your
my
older
brother? Yeah. He
did?
Yeah. And Russell. And Russell. Really?
For what?
Look, that's a good question because I really don't know. All I know is they used to fight
At Russell?
Because they was all badasses. You know what I'm saying? They used to fight all the time.
Man.
They stayed fighting. But the whole thing about it though, they'll fight, but they cool. All at the same time though. But they always fight.
That is crazy.
They had a cold relationship.
Is that right?
Yeah, all the time.
You had a fighting family though.
Yeah, I did. But you know what? You
had a fighting family. Even your brother was trying to take after y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the one that grew up with you, that came with
right.
you.
Terry, yeah.
Yeah, dog, yeah.
And they was following one after the other. Yeah.
But you know another reason why a lot of us, I ain't gonna say a lot of us. Let me take that back. I ain't gonna say a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a few of us that come up when we was going to elementary. You know what I'm saying? They had this thing back then in elementary where we was kids. We just babies still. You know what I'm saying? But we used to always have that mindset of who gonna be the king of the school. And we used to challenge each other.
To see who's the king of the school?
No, we used to challenge each other. Even the females did.
Is that right?
And and during that era when we were going to Russ, you know who used to be the for the females?
Clara?
No. Linda Baker. Remember Linda Baker?
Linda Baker.
You think Linda Baker was the one?
Huh?
You think she was the one?
Without a doubt.
Shit, I thought what's name was the one.
Who's that?
Wood's sister. Nathan Wood's sister.
Nathan Wood.
Shit, she knocked out he had a fight with a nigga, she knocked him out.
Linda Baker was putting him down.
Where did Woodard live? Big Nate Woodard.
Nathan Woodard lived off 83rd, yeah. Off 83rd and before you get to San Pedro?
Wadsworth?
Yeah. His sister was in the 7th grade. We was in the 9th grade.
She could fight?
Yeah, she beat the nigga was beat him up. She knocked him out. Knocked the nigga was fighting her brother, knocked him out. Right there by the lunch, where the lunch thing at, right there where trash cans be at. He fight right there.
Did you go to try?
Nah. She want to be like him, lift weights and all that, nigga.
Huh?
Hell yeah. She was full for a lady. Big old guns. She lift weights with him. She wasn't no joke in the 7th grade.
7th grade?
7th grade.
Could whoop 9th graders?
She knocked him out.
Wow.
Right there by the gym.
So, Ant, you get to Drew. What did Anthony get into at Drew?
Well, I put it like this here. When I got to Drew, you know what I'm saying, I didn't get into much because a lot of people I
You
knew.
didn't?
No, I did, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew just about everybody from across the tracks. You know what I'm
So
saying?
were you a good kid then? If people seen you, what they say you was a good kid, man.
You know what? It all depends on who you ask that question. You know what I'm saying?
Did
But
any-
the real reason why I say that though, because you gotta look. You know what I'm saying? You know how a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we have a certain behavior, okay? But on the same
What kind of
token,
behavior did you have?
I had a good one and a bad. It was like a Jekyll Hyde.
So you had a good behavior and a bad.
Yeah, it all depends on what side you got on.
What made the bad behavior come out?
Like I say, you know what I'm saying? If you move me the wrong way, it came out. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I was cool. Just like we sitting here right now, I was all right. It
What
was good.
triggered you, man?
Huh? Man, look. I'm gonna put it like this here. I had a kind of a short fuse, but I really never showed it because didn't nobody tap into that fuse. Because
All the time you did that, Drew, nobody tapped
No,
in?
I'm not saying all the time. I'm gradually getting it with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was there with dealing with gangs, so we already know
How did
what that
you
is.
keep the gangs off you?
No, I won't worry about that point. But dealing with the gangs, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm saying when you from this side and Dave from over here, whatever the case may be. You know, you have your clashes. You know what I'm saying? But then a lot of it go on the campus sometimes. Sometimes we wait till after school. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever have a
everybody-
fight after school?
I done had them after school and I done had them during school.
Boy, the way you be talking, if you ain't getting into no fights.
No, but you
Okay,
I'm
let me-
not saying
let me
I
ask you
didn't
a
get
question.
into no fight.
Let-
Is what I'm
let
saying.
me-
I didn't start off. I didn't start off when I first started going to drill. I didn't start off like getting into fight because I'm knowing everybody pretty much that
So
was
what
there.
grade you thought you started fighting?
In the 7th. And the cool thing about it though, my first fight was on the basketball court
Why?
because I got an elbow.
He elbowed you.
Yeah, and I felt like he did it on purpose.
He elbowed you. You thought it was on purpose.
Yeah.
And what you do?
Elbowed him back first. I gave him an elbow just like he gave me an elbow. We continued to play. When he went up, I gave him an elbow. I'm already mad because he elbowed me already. Now he mad.
And what happened after that?
We kept on playing. He mad, I'm mad. We just waiting on what's gonna happen next.
Did y'all fight?
Eventually, not on the basketball court, but and the reason why we didn't fight on the basketball court because of Mr. Johnson. Man, Mr. Johnson didn't play.
No, he didn't play.
Mr. Johnson would play, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because I know we done did our thing on there. I know what's coming. Mr. Johnson didn't play.
You gonna roll them dice?
So you waited till later.
Yeah, I waited till later.
And did you get down with it?
I caught him doing cafeteria time.
You went looking for him or he looking for you?
No, I wasn't looking for him.
You
Because I
wasn't-
was still mad. I was mad.
So let me ask you a question. You wasn't scared?
No, I wasn't scared. Only person I feared at that moment was Mr. Johnson, because I know what Mr. Johnson about. I know what Mr. Johnson finna do to us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do nothing right then and there.
But at lunchtime,
Oh, another time, I got him.
you think you got it?
I know I got him.
You put the hands on him?
All of them. All 10 of them.
Why? What? Did he hit back?
Yeah, he hit back. I'm not taking that from him. He defended himself.
But you think you won?
I don't think I won.
You know you won?
I got that ass. I tapped in.
Tapped in on
I
him?
tapped in on him.
7th grade.
Tapped in on him.
You getting used to the grounds now.
Now, I wasn't getting used to it. I was already used to it. I already come there. I come like that. I came like that.
You came ready?
I came like that. I came like that.
From elementary.
I came like that. Not just from just elementary, from the block. I came like that.
Come from fur like that?
I came from fur like that. From
87?
I came like that.
And when you got to the 8th grade, you were still fighting.
Not like I was in the 7th because
So you do more fighting in the 7th?
No, let me say this here. When I started, because I started playing sports.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That kinda calmed you down.
started. It did calm me down, and it did. You know what I'm saying? When I started playing, because I used to play basketball. As you know, I told you I was a Drew Royal.
And you sure you was a Drew Royal?
I'm positive.
You made a Drew Royal team.
I did. all that.
You know a lot of Drew Royals. Look at this here.
I
do?
I got a phone.
Man,
I got the phone. You want me to call him up?
No.
Okay, I'll make a phone call for you. You better ask
we all
Casper.
play for
I seen Casper on your ask Casper. You said ask Casper.
Ask Michael Ware.
Yeah.
Me and him played on the Drew Royals
Yeah,
together.
we all both of us played on
Me, him, Sean McAdory, Vernon Owens, Mark Barnes.
What you trying to say? You made the team?
Yeah, I was on the team. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had game.
Oh, come on, Butch. Who
Well,
taught
I
you how to
got
play
to ask
football,
the
man?
question, man. I gotta ask.
I gotta ask
You
Andy
made
Miller.
the Drew Royals.
I made the Drew Royals, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I started playing basketball, it kind of like settled me in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the individuals that I started associating myself with, like when I spit on like Casper, Bodie, Nolan Warren, and all them, you know, them my guys,
Oh, you
man.
know Nolan too?
All of played it. That's what I'm saying. Them my guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You know, my behavior kind of changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was introducing myself to something a little different.
So you were starting to hang out with some better, some guys that had a nicer.
Yeah, exactly. And all on the same token, don't get me wrong, I still straddled the fence.
You were still
I
strapped.
was still straddling the fence, but you know what I'm saying? I was leaning more toward doing, you know what I'm saying, playing my sports and doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what it's like to straddle.
You know what I'm saying? But when if this part came up, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I do what I do, they do whatever, we do what we do. But on the same token, like I said, you know what I'm saying? When I started playing basketball, I came all the way down, man. And then, but not only that though, man, I had some real good positive talks with Mr. Johnson, Mr. Williams, even Alvin Will,
Yeah.
hell of a coach.
Yeah, he was a good father figure for the kids.
He was. When I say I salute him, I salute that brother, man.
Everybody I asked,
You know what I'm saying?
They
I
say
do.
they salute Alvin Will.
Al was the
I
man.
salute the
Al
brother,
and
man.
Mr. Williams and Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, they did
did their
a
job.
lot. They did their job.
Yeah, Al deserves something real special.
Yeah.
And he do, man, because them brothers did
They did
their
wrong.
job.
They did it wrong.
They did their job, man. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to us, man. You know
And
what I'm
it
saying?
wasn't easy.
They kept
And
us
it wasn't
right.
easy.
And you know what though? And it wasn't easy. That's what I'm saying. Because you know what I'm saying? A lot of us we were knuckleheads. A lot of us were knuckleheads, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they kept us balanced.
Yeah,
They brought that balance. They brought that balance.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I always have respect for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's sometimes, it's like what you may not be getting in the home, they tapped in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They tapped in, man.
Yeah, they really helped a lot.
And kept you right.
They helped a lot of kids.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I'm
did.
saying?
They did.
Yeah.
They helped a lot.
So now you're at Drew. You didn't look at girls in that Russell. Did you look at them at
I
Drew?
was all over.
Oh, you got courage.
Well, no, it wasn't a point of having no courage. You know what I'm saying? But
say
hey,
you got courage,
they ain't changed, man.
Well, look here, man. You didn't pay him no attention at Russell.
Hey,
What
like I
made
say,
you pay attention at Drew?
man, look here, your body get to going through some stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
So your body started going through some things?
Hey, a man ain't no different from like a woman go through some things. Men go through them too.
Well, when did you finally realize you was going through it? When the 8th grade?
No, way before that, in the 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah, in the 7th grade.
Things started waking up.
It woke up.
You was looking at them.
All that.
Young girl.
Young girl.
Did you think about getting a girlfriend then?
Oh, without a doubt.
Is that right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
So I asked that question because I'll be wondering, when do it really start waking up in a young man to start really looking at girls? Is it that 12, 13, 14-year-old? You know what I'm saying? When you're in junior, elementary, you're looking at what it's. But when you get to Drew, junior high, things change.
Yeah. I mean, but even in elementary, you're gonna always look at the girl.
Well, you're looking at them, but see,
but your mind ain't, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying. But when you get, you know what I'm saying, in junior high school, things just start things start changing, man.
Is that right?
Yeah. Your mind, everything just.
You start talking to him?
Oh man, yeah, man. I thought I was a little Machiavelli, man.
Man, come on, stop that,
Man,
man.
I did everything but pull my collar up.
Did you think you was cool?
I was cool, man. Man. Yes. To answer the question here.
And you was talking to him.
Yes.
When did you start kissing on him?
7th grade. My first girlfriend.
You kissed her?
Oh, most definitely.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to see when you woke up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to get deep off minute or nothing. I didn't want to, so you kissed her.
Most definitely. This is my girl. This is my girlfriend.
So you got a girlfriend in the 7th
In
grade,
the 7th grade.
and she letting you kiss her.
Yeah.
You had one in the 8th grade too?
Yes, sir.
You really was getting managed, didn't you?
I was already married from the 7th.
You tried it?
I ain't tried nothing. I done it.
In the 7th?
In
Do
the
you
7th.
think you really did? Or you just,
No, I know I did.
you know you was maybe dry humping or what?
No, I know the difference between dry and humping. Trust me.
You know, you young, you got your clothes on, you thinking you screwing, you know. You in the 7th grade, you know.
Nah.
You took your pants off?
Man, hey, it wasn't dry.
All right. So if that's the case, you're already in the 7th. I can imagine when you got to the 9th grade, it was just all.
You go to the 9th grade. Wait a minute, you skipped one. You got to get to the 8th before you get to the 9th.
I know, man. So you finally, from the way you said, you hit in the 7th. And the 8th too? Yeah, they kind of might have got started early. You know what I'm saying?
Why would I skip a whole year?
Well, there's some cats been on here say they didn't even kiss. And, you know, so I'm just,
Yeah.
some did and some didn't.
Man.
Man, you did it.
Yeah, I just put to say, I'm that one and that son that did.
Is that right? And you still was bad. So you had a girlfriend. What if somebody tried to talk to your girl? Would you fight him? Come on,
You know what? To be honest with you, I didn't have that kind of problem.
They wouldn't have talked to your girl?
I'm not saying what a person wouldn't do, but I just didn't have that kind of problem though.
Your girl was your girl.
My girl was my girl.
When did you start learning how to drive?
I started learning how to drive probably about the 8th grade, I'm gonna say. My dad started showing me.
Was the disco in the ghetto opening when you was in Drew?
I think we was out of the Drew already when they started. Because when we was in Drew, they had Mr. Bush dance. We used to go to Mr. Bush dances.
You went to Mr. Bush?
Yeah, over there on Central, across from where the old
Did
Goodyear
you-
Blimp used to be at.
Did you dance?
Oh, yeah. We be in there partying, man.
Were you in there slow dancing?
We did it all.
Bump and grind.
Yeah, we did it all, man.
Yeah, they wait till that slow dance come on.
Man, look, man, look. We
Better
used to
go
sit
get
there,
that slow dance, ain't
look.
Man, let it, cause I might not get that, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that slow dance, get it on, huh?
Man, I'm telling you something. Me, Kenny Riley, Michael A., Michael Beckett, Sid. Man, it used to be a whole crew of us, man. We used to just walk.
So,
Go to house parties, go to Mr. Bush dances.
I'm gonna
man.
ask the question. Was Kenny Riley a bully?
I put it like this here during my no, because I gotta speak on my era with him. My era with him, he wasn't.
He was your friend.
All right, man, that was my bestie, man. That's my boy, man. To this day.
Parker?
He was a bully.
I
I know we used to hang out.
Huh?
We used to hang out all the time.
Right.
So I know me, him, and Rodney Vines.
Yeah,
Was you
hang
know
out.
Rodney Vine?
yeah. Rodney said across the street from me.
So y'all all on the same block.
All of us on the same block.
And if
All
he
of
was
them.
bad, and if Vaughn was bad, you was the weaker link.
Never that.
So that means you were bad too.
That's what I told you at the beginning of this year.
Cause you made it like only Kenny bad
Yeah,
and you running with Kenny then.
Kenny told me, old boy still looking for me. I forgot his name though. Rodney Vaughns beat him up. He wanted to fight me, and we was on the corner right there by the Shell gas station. And dude said, "Yeah, man, I want to fight Parker." Rodney said, "Nah, you can't fight him. You got to fight me." And he said, "Okay." And Rodney took off, pulled his shirt over his head, and man went to work on him. When he let his shirt down, he was just bleeding everywhere. So before Kenny Roddy went to the little thing, and I was at the park, he said, "Man, I just seen such and such." I said, "Who?" He said, "The nigga you got beat up with Rodney beat the nigga up. The nigga still talking about that." I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, you seen that nigga Parker?" I said, "I don't." Kenny said, "Nah, I ain't seen him in a minute." I said, "Oh."
So you running with Kenny and Drew. Y'all friends.
Yeah, good friends.
Good friends.
Good friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother, man.
Mm-hmm. And so your brother, y'all ever get approached by anybody else? You know, like, man, who y'all think y'all are?
No, we ain't never had that problem either.
They was scared of y'all?
I ain't gonna say nobody was
Not scared, but
of us,
man, look here. When they see,
we didn't get them kind of approaches, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that, you know what I'm saying, just like we respected other people, they respected us.
so y'all never got into any confrontations
No, we didn't have. Don't get me wrong. We didn't have confrontations
with other people.
With other people, but now we have had that.
Why did y'all have confrontations?
You know what I'm saying? Because they're living over here and we're over here.
Right.
Them kind of
Confrontations.
confrontations. You know what I'm saying?
Who the one was running?
We wasn't doing no running.
So if you ain't running, what you doing?
Taking care of our business, but we wasn't doing no
What
running.
is taking care of business?
Nothing.
Y'all squabbling.
We gonna get our squabble on. But we don't do no running. Never
So
did that.
I don't want to know who went, but who came out that y'all, you know, because if you feel you like you're losing, you start running.
Well, I put it like that. But you know what though? But I put it to you like this here.
No,
You know,
look,
let me say something though.
look. I'm saying this.
I hear
If
what you're
you're losing,
Yeah.
you run.
Oh yeah. Some people
Did you lose?
never. That's what I was getting to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been in no losing situation.
No?
No, I haven't.
You already was a short fuse.
Yeah, but I ain't never been in no losing situation. And then, but let me explain something though. With the mentality, I can only speak for myself. With the mentality that I had back then, it was like, you know what I'm saying. It didn't make a difference what I was up in. You know what I'm saying. If I'm out there in them streets and I'm living that life, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I respect
Living what life?
Whether it's a gang life or if you just a gangster period or whatever you want to consider yourself. You know what I'm saying. But if you living like that in the streets, you know what I'm saying, I respect the streets.
Because we going to get to them.
I respect the streets.
Right.
That's one thing I do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm up in here, I got to respect it.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm dishing out, if it come to me, I got to respect that.
So when you left Drew, where did you go? Fremont?
No, I went to Jordan.
You went to Jordan? No, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, I went to
rough
Jordan.
over there,
Yeah, most definitely. But let me go back for you to know why. Because, like I said, when we moved on 87, okay, that was 68. Okay, now we moved off from over there.
Where did y'all move to?
Back to Watts. That's what I'm saying. Born and raised in Watts, moved out for a few years, and then we went back.
Back to Watts.
We went back, and went back to Watts.
And when you went back to Watts, what school was you in?
That's what I'm saying. Jordan.
You went to Jordan.
He up into Jordan.
Did they remember you?
Yeah.
Because they was going to get you at Jordan.
You come who?
They was going to get you at Jordan.
Get who?
You.
Why me?
Because you coming from the other side of town.
No, I ain't coming from the other side of town. That's my town. That's why I was born and raised. So I ain't coming from the other side of town.
So when you got to Jordan, everything was good?
Everything good. That's where I'm
originally
born and
from.
raised. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm from.
So you was cool. Everything
Like
was
I
cool.
said, I came from there to there,
So let
and
me
mom's
ask-
relocated
Let
back
me
over
ask
there.
you a question. You at Jordan.
Yeah.
You getting any problems at Jordan?
No.
So you went through high school with no problem.
Not at Jordan. At Jordan, I did. I got kicked out of Jordan, though. I got to get kicked out of Jordan.
Well, then that's a problem.
No, but you actually said, did I have any at Jordan? I didn't have none at Jordan.
Why you get kicked out of Jordan?
Gang bangers, just the behavior I had up in there. You know what I'm saying?
So
let me put it like this here. I mean,
no, let me
I
ask the question, Mr.
Okay.
Anthony.
Okay, Mr. Brown. Come on, Mr. Brown.
When did you start gang banging?
I was doing that way when I was at Drew.
You started gang banging at Drew?
I was doing that when I was at Drew.
How in the hell you get in the game?
Yeah,
At 13, at 13,
We got started way before that.
12?
Me, Kenny Valley, all us, we was already doing our thing, man.
Gang man, y'all had your own little guy.
No, real talk though. We was
Already?
already.
But when you move back to over the Watts, you know, you're older now. See, when you gang banging at 12, 13, yeah, it's on, but it ain't on. You get 15, 16,
It's on.
it started to crank up. So you, over at Jordan, gang bang. Did they know you was a gang bang?
I'm from over there.
And why did you get kicked out?
Doing the same thing. I just still had that mentality.
Why did you get kicked out?
You know what? Be honest with you, the reason why I got kicked out, you know what I'm saying? Talking crazy to the principal.
All you did was talk crazy
Oh yeah, I talked a whole lot of crazy to the principal.
and then get kicked
And
out.
got kicked out.
Got kicked out. Where did you go after that?
Fremont.
Woo, you traveling, ain't you?
I've been.
Boy, you finna get your ass in some trouble with that Fremont.
Yeah, I went to Fremont.
You went from Jordan to Fremont. Still gang banging?
Oh yeah, it got worse when I got there.
What made it get worse?
Because at the time when I went to Fremont,
It started to get heated up, man.
you know what I'm saying? You have other different fractions there.
Other different gangs.
Other different gangs there. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, I didn't have no issues with them or nothing like that, though. You know what I'm saying? But they there.
They did. Did you ever run?
No, I ain't never ran. I ran track at Drew.
Oh, you ran track at
Yeah,
Drew?
Drew.
You was fast, wasn't you?
Yeah, Drew. I ran track.
Were you fast?
Yeah, man, I used to run. You know how they had the summer programs at Russell and all that.
Yeah.
Man, I got medallions, all kind of stuff. Man, I ran. That's why I ran that.
So you was an athlete.
Yeah.
Who in the world introduced gang banging to you?
Didn't nobody introduce it to me. You know what I'm saying? It was just something. You know what I'm saying? When all your friends that you grew up with and you're around them, you know what I'm saying? And they doing what they doing, you doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You know.
How did you know you was even in a gang then?
Because of the gang behavior, man, the thing that we was doing. Man.
What was that?
And, I mean, when we fighting other people from other sides, it could be it could be these people from the next block, and we just don't like them, and we fighting them, or it could be the ones
Just because they're from the next block. You ain't took no money? Or did they take your money?
No, ain't nobody took my money. Nobody took my money.
They ain't take your money. They ain't catch you by yourself and take your money?
Never. I didn't have them problems, Mr. Brown.
What? You was fighting that good?
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I was, and a whole lot of other things, but I never had that problem.
What is a whole lot of other things, man?
Yeah, you know what it is. I mean, some things I ain't gonna speak on, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. Yeah, that part. I didn't have that problem, Mr. Brown.
You didn't?
No.
Were they scared of you? Nigga, if you backing, I'm scared of you. Huh?
I ain't gonna say they was scared of me, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
but I mean, it's
so
like
did you-
at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I do what I do. I do what I do.
Okay, you got to the mont.
You know what I'm saying?
You got kicked out of Jordan. You
Yeah.
at Fremont. You had your woman at the time. You got your girlfriend. You understand me? Yeah. Did you graduate?
No, when I went to Fremont, I got kicked up out of there.
Got kicked out again.
I kicked out again.
What you get kicked out from?
Fighting.
Another neighborhood.
No.
Who was you fighting?
No, he was a little cat that was being disrespectful to one of my cousins that was going there. He had nothing to do with no gang or anything like that.
So he was disrespectful to your cousin,
See, that's to my cousin, a female.
female.
Yeah,
And you stepped to him.
yeah, most definitely.
Did you fire on him?
All that.
Or did you talk to him first?
No, wasn't no talking. He disrespected my cousin. She's a female.
And you put hands.
Most definitely. We did our thing.
Did you have good hands?
Most definitely still do.
At 60 something?
Still do.
All right. So you get kicked out of Fremont.
Yeah.
God, dog. Wasn't that? Where you went after that? You just dropped out?
Washington.
You went to Washington? Mm-hmm. Now, wait a minute, man. I don't know if I want to keep going to all these different schools. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I might have was gang banging. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I didn't go to different schools because I did.
Yeah.
But I transferred on my own. You know what I'm saying? I was coming to play ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you getting kicked out.
Yeah.
And you gonna go all the way over to Washington. There was a lot of gang banging going on over there.
But it was. It was.
And you still winning?
Yeah.
I might would have just dropped on out, you know, if it was, you know. I can't keep taking these chances here, man.
You gonna drop out?
Man, drop the hell out. Or go to night school or something where ain't nobody around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. But I'm not going to keep going up into these danger zones.
Well, I mean, all the schools in the city were danger zones back then.
Unless they just didn't know who you were. Did you walk like you was cool?
No, man, I walked like anybody else that was up in the school.
Well, you know how sometimes, you know, you gotta walk, you know. They get you because you're walking like walk normal. When you kind of tough, you don't walk normal. You got a little swag to it.
Yeah.
Did you have a little swag?
I wouldn't call it swag.
Well, what do you call it?
You know what I'm saying? I had my little stroll.
Okay. You had a stroll.
I had my little stroll.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Did you get in any trouble to go to jail or anything?
Yes, I did.
From high school?
No, not from high school.
So it was later on.
Yeah, it was later on. It was later on.
Now you get later on. Did you get married or anything?
Yeah, I'm married right now. Yes.
No, but not when you was young.
No, when I was young.
Not when you was young. So now you get, 18. I know school is over. What did Anthony get into? We grown now. We're gonna call 18 grown. 19, 20, right? Mm. Had a woman in your life?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have any kids?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Were you still banging? Not really.
Yeah. Ain't no not really. Yeah. I was still
claiming.
I was still doing my thing, man.
You was?
Yeah, I was still doing my thing. I mean, I wasn't out there just wild all out.
Not wilding out.
You know what I'm saying? Because I did have a child. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Though.
Did you get a job?
Yeah, I had a job.
Where you was working at, man?
I was working for this center called the Westminster.
Where is that at the Westminster?
It's in Watts.
We used to go to the parties at.
Oh, the Westminster?
Yeah.
Which is like housing authority cleaning up?
No. We used to work with the youth up in there.
Work with the youth?
Yeah. We used to work with the youth and stuff like that up in there.
Were you known in Watts?
Yes.
So they knew you in Watts?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. On 103rd.
Yeah.
I used to go over there? See, I want to say this here. I was a really good athletic kid, but I had friends that hang out. And I used to hang out with them sometime. That kind of hindered my life a little bit. Hanging out with them, even though I thought I was the leader.
You ain't hanging out too much.
No, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was up to me, I would have been at home. You know what I mean?
You gonna be at home.
But
you ain't hanging out. That's good.
I would. Step out with them and see what's going on in the neighborhood. Hang out in the projects at the house parties and things like that. They be ready to go because they thinking I'm finna get them in trouble. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. Where we going? It's just getting good up in here.
Yeah.
They ready to run. They ready to get up out of this. But I believe that was the law. And you was working over in Westminster. What kind of damn trouble could you get into, man? You act like you were just the nicest kid on the block. And you gang banging? I don't know no gang banger that's just that nice. Some of them.
I don't think I said anything that was nice. I don't remember saying nothing that was nice.
Did you ever dress like one?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes, most definitely.
You dressed like a gang.
Yes.
You wasn't scared to be claiming?
Scared of what?
Shit, scared somebody gonna get you. I mean, I don't know. I'm just.
No, I'm not.
You had a lot of heart out there?
You gotta look at it like,
Tell me how to look at it, Parker.
if you're into that gang, people gonna recognize you and they gonna know where you from and they know how far to go with you. They're not gonna play with you. So that's what the gang get a little respect, because they're not gonna push that issue with you, especially if they know what you about. If they know what you about, they ain't gonna leave you alone.
But you know what though? And he could have summed it up any better though, because of what he said though. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why, in a few of the questions you asked, I said I ain't never had that problem. You know what I'm saying?
Did your name carry any weight?
Yes, it did. That's why I said I never had that problem.
Is that right?
Never had that problem.
Well, what kind of crip was you?
From Gray.
Oh, you from Gray.
And then would say, ooh, you're with a little, you got two of them right here.
Hey. Oh, you from Gray.
We all from there.
But nevertheless, you Gray.
Yeah.
So you know all them Huncho and all them other guys.
That's my brother-in-law.
That's your brother. You go with his sister.
Terry.
Terry married his sister.
Terry married his sister.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I used to be over there, I was seeing a girl across the street,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I would like to see. So, Aunt, you went and done some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to ask the question. Why did you do time?
I had a murder case.
And how old were you?
At the time, what, 21, 22, I think it was. 21.
21?
21, I think it was 21. Yeah.
Yeah, they were scared of you.
Yeah.
Aunt, Mr. Singleton.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, they were scared of you. And you 21 too? Petey's scared now. He on the thing. It's all right, Petey. Don't do it. No, just kidding. So,
They up on the new lane.
I know.
I'm a true raw in 64.
Yeah,
Chicago Black. I grew up with Alvin Will.
Yeah.
that. They say triple OG. He quadruple. Quadruple.
I knew them when they was younger. They don't remember me.
Yeah.
So,
I used to referee up in True.
yeah.
Is that right?
So that happened, and you went to jail. How much time did you get?
15 years of life.
When you went in, 21 years old. Did you think about, man, how am I gonna make it in this penitentiary?
Yeah, it came to thought.
You know what I'm
It came to thought.
Well, let me, because I was asking Parker earlier. Can you make it without claiming in that penitentiary?
I mean, yeah, you can make it without claiming. You don't have to belong to anything to make it up in there. You know what I'm saying? As long as you stay in your lane, mind your business, and you good. You good. You don't have to be claiming anything.
And you're gonna be safe in there.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at it like this here. Everybody that go to prison is not gang members. You know what I'm saying? You have other cats that's going in there. They just gangsters. They claiming nothing.
But they're gangsters.
Yeah, they solid. They solid. They'll do the same thing I would do.
They're just not claiming.
They not claiming. You don't have. Look, you can make it. No, like I say, long as you ain't in there with the goofies and all that crazy, you good. You good.
Is it easy to make it doing 15.
No, it's not easy to make it. It's a lot goes on in that
Not
world.
in that part.
It's a lot
Not
goes
easy
on
about
in that world, of course, man. I mean, you talking about the devil's belly, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ain't nothing easy about that.
It
Lot
ain't
goes
easy to
on.
make it through.
No, it's not.
What make it hard to
You
make
might get
it
messed
through?
up, come out the
I
sale.
mean, it's like this here. It all depends on your own personal mental state. You know what I'm saying? Because up here, you gotta be right. You gotta be sharp, man. You gotta be on point with your P's and your Q's, man. You
Why
know
not
what
come
I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like
Tell you
I
that
say
part.
once again,
Why not make it
long as you going in there, you can't trust everybody. That's what you can't do.
Is somebody gonna try you?
Oh yeah, you gonna always have that.
That's part of life.
You know that's just a giving up in there. You're gonna have that.
So it ain't no need in you thinking you gonna come in here and somebody not gonna try you.
No, exactly.
Somebody gonna try.
Somebody.
gonna want a taste of it. Want to see what you got.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot.
Can the weak survive?
No.
You know what though? Let me say this here. I'm not going to just directly say the weak can't survive. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen some weak turn into some cold soldiers underneath the right umbrella. So I'm not going to say they can't survive.
So if the weak turn into a cold soldier, how can a weak turn into a cold soldier?
Being up under the right individuals, man, that's going to school them, man, and teach them.
Mentality change?
Yeah, mentality would change, man. I know a lot of guys that they came to prison, into that prison setting, man, that was little peons, one nothing, and be the one tearing your head off.
Is that right?
That's right.
Change them.
Change it, man. Because at the end of the day, when you say, because somebody weak come in, that, that's like underestimating
Right.
somebody.
So
See, that's
if
the one thing you don't never want to do. You don't want to never underestimate no man, period. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't never use the title of a person being weak or they this and
Right.
that. They're men.
Well, let
They're
me
men.
ask this question. Is it possible to go in hard and get soft?
Oh, a whole lot of that. A whole lot of that. Yeah, most definitely. A whole lot of that.
Yeah.
Go in hard.
Yeah.
I done seen a lot of them.
A lot of that.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them.
That's just the reality to that world, man. Yeah, a whole lot of that.
We're asking, what can make a man hard go soft?
A whole lot of things, man.
Well,
A
like
whole
what?
lot of to be honest with you, the only person really can speak on something like that is that person that went soft for whatever reason he went soft for.
But have you been in and seen it for yourself?
Yes, I have. You have gang members that come in, they have a certain mentality, man, and for whatever reason whatever they may have got themselves caught up into, that they'll go soft quick. Because you got to look, when you're dealing with structure and you ain't performing the way you're supposed to be performing, then you can be the hardest of the hardest. But when you know they coming at you for whatever reason that may be, you got some cats, they gonna stand their ground and do what they do. Because they soldiers too. But I done seen soldiers fold as well under that pressure. You know what I'm saying? When they know what's coming. Because that's just one person we talking about.
Right.
Compared to a whole army over here. And you don't know what's coming, who come, you don't know what, you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
So is it better to be with the army?
You know what? I'm not gonna say yeah. I'm not gonna say it's better to be with the army. Sometimes it's good to be by yourself, as long as you perform the way you need to be performing. Man, your name ain't bad. You ain't doing nothing in there for your name to be bad. You good.
But somebody might not just like you.
That's a whole other thing, because you have that too. You know what I'm
Got a lot of
saying?
them.
You have a lot of cats that they just don't like how you moving, how you get out. You know, just like they say out here on the streets, you got your haters. Same thing.
Is that right?
Same thing. You might have individuals like, let me say, like I might have a crew of cats that draws to me, but you have another cat over here. He want to be like a leader, but ain't nobody looking at him that way. They looking at you that way. He'll hate on you. He'll create lies on you and to turn people against you. That's a vicious world. You know what I'm saying? To put you in a position, they make it so believable to the point where, well, if you got somebody, man, trying to stick something this long up in you, and you ain't did nothing. We ain't done nothing.
When you say something this long,
I'm just telling you. Shit,
I mean, you know, are you talking about a knife or are you talking
have you ever seen that movie, The Spartans?
Spartans?
Yeah. You ever seen that movie?
Them gladiator Spartans?
Yeah. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just without the shield.
You ever seen Blood In and Blood Out?
Well, that's been a long time. That's
How it go.
It's a cold world. I wouldn't wish on nobody. Period. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially during the time when I was there. You know, things now is watered down. It changed a lot. It's watered down. But during that era,
you think it's watered down now?
I don't think I know it is. It was getting watered down before I left, so I know it is.
So when you was in there, was they still driving iron and doing all of that?
No, they had took the weights.
They did?
They had took the weights. Yeah. So all you had was like the exercise boards and stuff like that. You know, they
pull up bars.
Why you think they took the weights?
Man, you know,
Peel your cap.
it's not just that though. I mean, it's the prison politics, man, with the guards against the inmates. You know
Inmates
what I'm saying?
getting too big,
You know,
too strong.
Yeah, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know
They were scared.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
If you get big, they scared.
Because
If I was an officer, I might be scared.
Because you gotta look. I mean, up in there for most people, for our race, blacks, we are an aggressive race, very aggressive, to the point where we don't care about your uniform that you have on, and that shit means nothing to us. It means nothing to us. If you violate, we violating you. It means nothing. You know, you'll get the same thing anybody else will get.
When you're in there, do you see a lot of another man taking another man's manhood?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
You
But
know,
you know
but
what I'm
not
saying?
see it.
But it happens. It happens. Now, do we condone that crap?
No.
Hell to the no.
How do you know it happened? Well, we know it happened.
I mean, because we see individuals when they come into the system. Well, we see cats coming in there, they straight. Some cats that just, they prey on individuals that they feel like they lonely. They loners. I meant to say loners. You know what I'm saying? They don't belong to nobody's clique or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You got some cats that come to prison. They just did some dumbass crap to get caught up and come to prison. And they not about that life. They not about none of that. Mm-hmm. And cats know that. So them the guys that they be using. Someone come in there, man, guys that's into that bullshit. You know, they tapping into their manhood. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of weird.
That's why I said when a person come in, and if he ain't connected to some kind of,
it can happen.
He's in danger.
Yeah. To a certain extent.
If he ain't a gangster, and he, like you say,
it can happen.
When robbed, and now he in there, he in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can be in trouble.
What about one of them, I'm just asking, one of them pretty boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He might be more in trouble.
It's really, man, you got some of them cats, man, they mindsets is so tore up, you ain't even got to be a pretty boy. You be running around here with a beard like this here. I'm just keeping it 100. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it, they don't care, man. You can have a beard way down on here.
And
I don't know what's feminine about it that they see, what they got going on in their head, but
he dead meat. They gonna get him.
They gonna get him. You know what I'm saying?
He already got
That's just
he gave himself up. He say fuck it.
I'm gonna tell you, man. You got some sick-minded individuals in there, man. That do some sick-minded shit. Yep. But at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. It's consequences, though. It's consequences.
Is that right?
Oh, most definitely, it's consequences.
Oh yeah.
It's consequences. We don't, like I would say before, that shit is not condoned. We don't move like that. You gonna always have somebody that's gonna step up. It may be some Crips, it may be some Bloods, it may be some Big Guys, it may be, you never know. You know what I'm saying? So, cats will step up, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not with that.
Right.
That shit ain't cool.
So what it took for you to get out of there?
Well, I mean, I put it like this here. It took a whole lot, man, because as being a life prisoner in there, you know, it's a bundle of things that you have to do, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to make sure that you in your right state of mind. They want to make sure that you're not still criminal minded. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They would have you taking all kind of different groups, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
But
I mean, you grow to understand their perspective.
Yeah.
Of that, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you followed the protocols of the groups and things.
Eventually, it took me some years to get there.
Why?
You know
Why it took you?
Because at the end of the day, when I first went in there, and not just me, a lot of us, man, we had that mindset like we were never gonna get out. We have life sentences, so we never thought, because they were politicking us so viciously up in there to keep us there.
Is that right?
And they did a damn good job at it, because a lot of us should have been out way before the time that we did wind up getting out. It played out eventually, you know, slowly but surely through the court system and stuff like that. But it's a lot that you have to go through. You got to change your behavior. You got to change the way you think.
So a question is there some of them in there that just they can go through the protocols but don't want to go through them?
Yeah, you have them. You have them because they still doing the same shit.
And they do have a chance to get out, but they don't want.
Everybody in there that have a number have the opportunity of getting out, of having their freedom. But a lot of people in there, it's like they refuse to change. And a lot of people fail to realize that with change come your true self. And some people is afraid of their true self. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I noticed, I learned though, dealing with other people that I dealt with up in there, you know what I'm saying? They think that that's a sign of weakness. That's not a sign of weakness, man. I'm saying that's just your change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you have people coming up to you with the goofy stuff, don't take it like it's something wrong with you. It's something wrong with their ass.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they refuse to change. You know what I'm saying? It's not you, it's them.
Mm-hmm. So you got some people that's, if a cat trying to make this change, they trying to tell them not to change.
Yeah, in so many words. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be continue to be knuckleheads like they is. You know what I'm saying? No, man.
They don't want to go home.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know they you know, that's one thing, you know, I don't believe in. A lot of people, well, I do to a certain extent, but when a lot of people behind my institutionalized, I wasn't institutionalized. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had hope. I knew that they were gonna come. When it was gonna come, I don't know.
What make you think they lose hope?
Because you know what? When you in that setting, you have a lot of people, man. When they came to the prison system during my era, even before me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people lost family members. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of
why
factors,
they incarcerated.
man. Yeah, man. They just give up. Some people just give up, man. They don't have nobody. That's all they have.
And they gone.
That's all they have. And they give up.
Give up on trying to get out.
They just give up on self, period.
Is that right?
They just give up on self, man. They just had a I don't give a F attitude, man. And that's when they get to the point where they doing a lot of dumb shit.
Making it worse.
Making it worse. Bottom line, making it even worse, man. Whatever opportunity you may have had in front of you, you pushed it so far to the back till it ain't funny.
No place you never been before.
No.
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go in that motherfucker there, man. Ain't nothing.
You don't. That's just like
That's the coldest place to ever be.
It's just like out here in these streets that we living in right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a cold world we live in, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to our people, our black brothers and our sisters. You know what I'm saying? That choose to do what they do out here in these streets with their gang banging life, all that shit, man. Don't nothing come from that crap no more, man. Mm-hmm. It don't.
They still want to gang bang.
What you getting up out of it?
So when did that mind change? Because now if somebody listen to you now, they hear the wisdom that's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? You just wonder, when do that wisdom of that kicks in? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if somebody see you now, you don't look 66. One, look good, bruh. Just, saying from one man to another. You look good, you look healthy. And if somebody didn't even mention it, they may not even never know you've been incarcerated because the way you speaking today. You know what I'm saying? So that's my props to you. Yeah. And but it's good that you can, when we're doing a podcast and somebody can hear it, because even somebody in jail get to see, you know, nowadays.
But you know what though? And a lot of people need to hear it, not just from me, but from other people like me. Because, you know, I listen to a lot of people, podcasters, I do. And I see individuals that have been through the same lifestyle, the same thing I've been through, basically. And it's just the glorification I don't like. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because you sending the wrong message to these other cats, the young kids out here, like it's cool to go up in there. It ain't cool to go up in there. Ain't nothing cool about that shit.
No, ain't cool about that.
Ain't nothing cool about that shit, bro.
All hell break loose when you come to that mall.
Right.
When you go to the subs.
If I can go back in time,
That was
man,
right there,
if go back in
substation
time,
right
trust
there.
me, man, I'd have did things a whole lot different.
Right.
A whole lot different.
Some
You
of
know
them
what I'm saying?
want to go in just to see.
But George, you know what though? Some
Just
of
to
them
see-
want
just to
to
see
go
what's
in,
going on inside.
But no, some of them is dumb and stupider than that. Someone want to go in just because, oh man, I'm going in and go kick it with the homie. The
Yeah.
fuck?
That's real.
He
Yeah, they do that.
want to go
The
kick
hell?
it with the
No,
homie.
no, but I'm just, it's real
Yeah,
talk.
that's what he's saying.
that real?
If you listen to some of the conversations some of these young cats have, man, it's like, man, it's just profound. I be like, man, what you just say? You want to do what? Why you don't want to go over here and go work with a homie that got a job?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to go over here. Well, 9 out of 10, if you still on some goofy stuff, it's a possibility you might lose your life up in that motherfucker. Just keep it 100, because ain't nobody guaranteed up out of there.
Sure ain't.
Is that right?
Nobody. I'm gonna tell you something.
You ain't guaranteed.
I had a conversation with my mom back in 83, 84. She used to always be so worried about me and wonder why I'm always in the hole. Because I stayed in the hole a lot during my early years up in the 80s. But I wasn't fucking up.
So what made you stay in the
I
hole?
was surviving. I wasn't fucking up. I was surviving. I was doing what I had to do to survive. And I had to have that conversation with my mom. That
But what did you do to get in the hole?
stabbings and stuff like that.
Did you want to be in the hole?
Don't nobody want to be in the hole.
Hell no.
Listen to what I'm just saying to you. My conversation that I had with my mom. She always thought I would just get in trouble just to get in trouble. It's not, I wasn't doing shit just to be doing shit. I was doing the shit that I know I had to do to survive. And I had to explain that to my mom. You rather see me in the hole or you rather see me coming to you with a tag on my toe?
Right, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Now I feel what you're
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from with it. Because if I got to go the whole, every time I step on the outside to a main line, and this whatever's going on, I'm going back to the hole. I know the chances of getting stabbed, losing your life. Oh, I know. I'm not going to subject myself to none of that shit.
You had to stick somebody before they stick you.
No, it's not like that I had to stick somebody before.
But was it
they
safer
stick
in the
me.
hole?
It ain't safe nowhere in there. It ain't safe nowhere. It ain't safe when you in your cell.
Why it's not safe if you're in your cell?
It ain't never safe. Man, ain't no safe spots in prison.
Well, just say you in your cell, right?
Yeah.
You might have a cellie,
Yeah.
or was it a single man cell?
Yeah. Either one, you either got a cell or a single man.
So if you got a single man cell, why it ain't safe?
Brother, look at, let me explain something to you, man. Once again, it's no
just-
place safe in there, okay? Somebody can easily just walk by, throw a little firebomb in your cell.
Is that right?
It's no safe place in prison. No safe place. No hole, no nothing.
So if you're in the hole, how can somebody get to you?
You gotta look, we very creative in prison.
Some smart brothers up in there.
Smart, all the races, everybody, you know, it ain't just us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
is some
Everybody do what they do, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like, ain't no safe places in prison. Ain't no such thing. If somebody tell you they safe in prison, they lying to you.
No, ain't nobody said that. I'm just
I'm just saying, if somebody else, they lying to you. Trust me on that.
so you have to be on your
You
P's and
gotta be
Q's.
on your P's. I don't know what it is to take a nap in prison. I ain't never took no naps in prison. Don't do none of that shit.
Well, how you gonna rest?
When everybody else is in their cell, ain't nobody out on the hill but a police or something.
Then you
And,
rest.
then you attempt to rest. Cause your mind is still at work. You know what I'm saying? Cause you never know. You can't trust the police either.
You can't trust the law either?
Man, listen to me, man. You can be in your cell in the wee hour of the night. Next thing you know, your door they came open all of a sudden. Can't trust nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
So you never could get totally relaxed.
You can't. Even in your sleep, let your mind continue to work. Be at work.
Even when you sleep.
Even when you sleep, you don't get no rest. That's a 24-hour job.
If you're in the hole,
24-hour job.
you still can't rest in the hole?
24-hour job.
Well, let me just ask a question. If you're in the hole, who can get to you?
They can.
The police?
The police can. Yeah, MA can with the police help. Now, I tell you. I'm just laying it out. You know what I'm saying?
So it is it's not a game, but it's the game of survival.
That's why I say it's survival, man. You gotta be here, man. You can't be slacking. You gotta be here.
In there.
You be better.
Wow.
All it takes is a fraction of a second. You slip, you out. You slip, you out.
Do you? And I know it's a lot of people in the penitentiary. Do you think if somebody die every day?
Well, you got how many prisons in California? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would say they die every day. You know what I'm saying? But back then, in that era, you had a lot of death, man. Yeah, exactly. Like you say, you just don't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? And all these other, because you know what I'm saying. Like I said, you got all these prisons in California. Even though you didn't have that many back then, when I was in, you didn't have a whole lot like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got to look. The only prisons you really have is really old folks in San Quentin. Everything else is correctional facilities.
Yeah.
So do you think prison was dangerous back then or dangerous now?
Man, now it's garbage.
Why would you say that?
It's watered down, man. They don't do what we did. They not off that cloth.
Is that right?
I'm not taking nothing from them. They do whatever they do of their era. That's their era. It's no different from these streets.
Right.
You got a whole different breed, and they have their own politics the way they do their thing compared to somebody that's a G, double OG, triple OG, whatever. Just a different ball game, man. It's not the same.
I mean, I know loyalty ain't easy for anybody, but we just gonna use the word loyalty. It ain't the same today.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And then the word loyalty. It's like, ooh, that's a deep ass word.
Were brothers loyal back in your time?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna answer that. You have some very loyal brothers back then, but you got to be loyal to yourself when you in that world. Even though you have those that may be loyal to you, those that you may think that they may have your back, you got to have your own shit, and that's your vehicle. You got to protect that vehicle. You can't look for nobody else to protect that.
Wow.
You have to.
Man.
You have to. Never depend on nobody. Never. I ain't never depended on. And I know I had partners that got me, just like I got them. But I got to get me. I got to get me. I do. I got to have my back, my side, my front.
No, that's deep there, man. And even to say, hey, there's no safe place.
There's not.
In the penitentiary.
No.
Ain't that safe?
No matter.
No.
No matter where you go.
They got guns all over the place, and it still ain't safe.
Do you think the law ain't fair? Do you think they helping some of the problems in there?
They part of the problem. They the biggest part of the problem than anything. They help keep shit going. They the biggest problem there is.
They help keeping it going.
They'll set your ass up. They'll set my ass up. They'll set everybody in this room ass up.
What will make the police want to set an inmate up?
Crooked as fuck.
Maybe just because they don't like him?
It ain't so much that they don't like him. It's the politics that's being played, man. You gotta look. You got your whites, you got your Mexicans, okay? You got certain police, they gonna cater to the whites. They gonna work with them. You got certain police, they gonna cater to the Mexicans. They gonna work with them. You got certain police, they gonna cater to us. And they gonna work with us. If we want something done, they gonna help us get it done. Vice versa.
So by you saying that, but you're going to have more, I mean, maybe that's what I'm thinking, you're going to have more white and Spanish police, though. I'm really
Well, back then, in the early 80s, you had black guards, but there was a sprinkle.
That's what I'm saying.
They was a sprinkle. That's why our race was so much. We was up against it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm gonna use the example. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna use the example. Let's say, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Just after that thing, it's like if we go to war with the whites, or we go to war with the Mexicans, we war with the police too. Because they not side with us. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the end of the day. If I'm out here on the yard, on the tier, and I'm getting down with another race, and I'm knocking dents in their ass, guess what's gonna happen? They gonna knock me down for them. They'll knock me down.
What do you mean by knock you down?
Take your eye. They got them guns up there. They'll pop your ass in a minute.
Is that right? Have you ever seen somebody being popped?
Plenty of times.
By the law?
Plenty of times.
Nobody know that the law is actually popping an inmate.
Who don't know?
Well, they don't never say it.
You ain't gonna never hear that.
They did back then. They didn't give a fuck. It did.
Don't make the news.
Yeah, it did. Not only
You know
that,
what I'm saying?
but
Don't make the news.
you got to look back then. It was a no warning shot.
It's just a shot.
It's a shot.
Yeah, they didn't no warning shots. They coming straight to you. They coming straight to you. No warning shot.
Well, they shoot their ass today. I know that. So I know back
You know what
then
I'm
they.
saying? But I mean, due to a lot of craziness that didn't happen in the system, you know what I'm saying? A lot of their policies and stuff like that done changed over the year. You know what I'm saying? The better that looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To put a curveball in that little situation right there. You know what I'm saying? So things ain't the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think the way they got it now, you know what I'm saying? If they just don't see you with a weapon doing something, they can't shoot. They ain't allowed to shoot.
But if they see the weapon doing something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gonna protect the other inmate. They ain't gonna just sit there and just watch you just stabbing him to death, knowing that it's a possibility you fit to just take his life. You know what I'm saying? They gonna knock you down.
But they still helping other inmates though.
Yeah,
We the underdog.
that's why I said earlier that we are an aggressive race, and that we have to be that way. We have to, because we up against everybody.
Wow.
It's like blacks against the whole prison system, damn near. You know what I'm saying? We up against everybody. So we have to be aggressive. And whatever it is that we do, we have to be aggressive.
In order to survive.
You know what I'm saying? We can't take no shit. None. Tolerate none.
Do most of blacks know that in there?
Yeah, I mean, because we school each other. I mean, they know what it is. They know what it is.
Wow, this is some real serious information here, man. Because a lot of people just wouldn't know it. They wouldn't hear it. A lot of times they ain't got nobody to tell it plain. You know what I'm saying? Not glorifying anything, but telling it plain. And real,
you got. I mean, if you're gonna speak it, you got to be facts. Speak the facts. Because you don't want to mislead.
No, you ain't that bad. You gonna say it, but then I had to go.
Well, at least I went to
college. Huh?
I went to college.
Oh, you did?
I went to Weaver State.
Is that right?
I went to LACC too. Played football down in Butch.
Is that right?
82 and 83 All-American my first 2 years.
Well, you had game. You was really a good kid, young man growing up. I don't know what the hell you done when you got yourself into.
Well, life is life is.
There was a lot going on in the neighborhood. That's why when we say neighborhood, that's why I always tell people South Central is the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you say neighborhood, then you just think of one street and. Like you say, you mentioned Mary. You was gonna marry 87, Ferg, Watts.
Yeah.
All the neighborhood.
All the neighborhood. All
Yeah.
the neighborhood.
Yeah. See, but you know what though? That was the beautiful thing back then, because back then, you know what I'm saying, we didn't confine ourselves. I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying. Like today, a lot of these youngsters, they confine themselves, you know what I'm saying, to a particular area. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a cat right now and say, man, take me over here on Figueroa. He don't know where the hell Figueroa at. And that's a named street.
Right.
He don't know where the hell Figueroa at.
Right.
He just so used to the streets, right?
Yeah.
right there. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But getting back on, like back then, it's one thing I could say back then. You know, a lot of us we come up in either one parent home or it was the two, but we was family oriented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where, you know, the neighbor was our family. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, when you thought you was getting away with some shit, they gonna tell them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They better whoop your ass first.
And let me say this too. Back then, guys was tough as leather, ruthless, you know, whatever.
Drug shit, all that. You can't leave that out. You know what I'm saying? But you got to look, coming up in our era, we stood for something. We know we had morals. Because that's what our parents put up in us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They instilled that up in us as kids with the ass whoopings, everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why we tough as nails. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? Compared to this generation today. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll disrespect their mama in a minute. Or they you know, like, you know, it is crazy.
And you know what's so crazy
crazy.
about it? Back then, our mama could do all the whatever, and we wouldn't do nothing. All right, mama, you know, really, really loving. I mean, really had that love for your mama and daddy, you know.
Because they gave it to us.
You know, and now, like he said, they'll get in mama's butt. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
and it's
so I don't know
crazy.
what it is.
It's crazy.
They don't want to discipline their kids like they got discipline.
But you know what though? But them white folks did that. When I was during the time when I was locked up, when they passed that law, you can't whoop their ass no more. You can't do. They just took over the home. You can't do the what? You can't discipline your kids the way we would discipline. You know what I'm saying? You gotta accept. You gotta accept the disrespect. You gotta accept the disrespect.
You kidding me? If
All
you
that
want
shit.
some
You gotta
police
respect
on
them
you.
being abusive to you physically, because you got some of them they'll knock the crap up out their mama and all that old crap in a
Yes,
minute.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. But you know when I knew things was real tore up out here when I came home, when I got out of prison, I remember the first time I stepped into a church. I don't know what a strip club is, but I thought I was in a strip club. I knew shit was bad then. I did. Just keeping it 100, I did. But I know when I come up, you know what I'm saying, you go in a church, you didn't see no women in no pants. You know, it's just the things I seen, I'm like, look at
They wear pants more than
I'm
the
trying
men.
to figure out that.
Well, I think
hell?
when they said "come as you are," they went and just took that to the
Different level.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think they "come as you are." I mean, you know. But if you was going before the Lord, you ain't gonna dress like that.
But you know, you got a lot of them ain't even put their face in the Bible to even know what come as you are is. They just came.
Yeah, it's just, you know. No, a lot of times now they want to wear. Some
See, they
people
just came.
want to come in sweatsuits and all kind of
Man,
things. It's just different now.
man, look, it's crazy. Even at funerals, everything, man, I was like, wow. I say to myself in my head, I was like, man, shit didn't change a lot. We don't have no traditions no more.
No,
None of that. All that's gone.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, you know how moms used to be poor. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it's like my mom's her thing through like Monday through Saturday. She didn't care what we did. I ain't gonna say she didn't care what we did.
Right.
It's like, you know, do what y'all do. But when that Sunday came in, on Sunday we ain't playing no music in that house. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't no hanging out, no nothing. It's church music being played in the house and some good soul food being cooked.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody pretty much had to be at that table. Just about.
That's
Yeah.
real talk.
You
More
know what I'm saying? Compared to the way it is today,
a
it's-
deeper togetherness.
they have Popeye. They don't even know how to cook.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that they doing that just really blowing my mind. These kids have a prom and they'll spend thousands of dollars
For one day.
one day. They almost
One
act
day,
like it's a
one
wedding.
They do though. You ain't
No,
lying.
man, I'm telling you, it's a
You ain't
prom.
lying.
And I'm not saying it's nothing.
When they wear these suits now, they wearing tennis shoes with it.
Everyone, yeah.
Tennis shoe. And I'm not saying don't dress up and get beautiful.
Yeah.
But man, they going to a whole nother level of trying to You know, they going broke.
Half of them, but no, they ain't going. Some of them be broke already.
Yeah.
Before he even
And then
gets
go
there, they
more-
already broke.
And then
you know
go
what I'm saying? They already broke.
more in debt.
That's what
for
they do.
one day.
But that's what they do. They go more in debt because some of them already broke.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, they horses and carriages
Man,
and all.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
All that.
You know, don't let him been out there hustling like a hustler. He really spending all his.
All that. So these kids dealing with these kids today, if you know they prime is 2017, you might as well just go on start saving money in 2026. And I'm talking about in the month of January. Don't wait to give me away. Month of January, before you can get the whole 12 months in. You know what I'm saying? Saving money for these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you going to be up out your pocket.
You know, and then after that, the kid go ahead and graduate, and now they ain't doing nothing.
They ain't doing.
Not a damn thing.
They ain't doing a damn thing.
Hanging
That's the
out,
cold
drinking,
part.
That's the
gangbanging.
part.
You just spend all that money
All
Just
that
for
money.
one day.
on them.
He graduated, walk
You know
on
what I'm
the street, but he
saying?
don't get a job, don't want to do nothing.
You
now.
know.
Ain't doing
Smoke
nothing.
and get high and hang out.
The thing is, I'm just want them to understand, you can't buy their success. And don't spend all your money. And now you in debt
Yeah.
for years to come, and then the kid go and be disappointing. A lot of them is doing it, spending, you know, man. I don't know if they're doing it for the kid or for themselves. I don't, you know, to prove I did this.
But you know what it is? They don't be doing it for the kid. They do it for themselves. And one reason why I say they do it for themselves, because they be competitive with what these parents doing for their kid, this parent, and they trying to keep up with what's going on down the street, round the corner with these other kids. You can't do it.
Yeah.
If you know you ain't financially ready for nothing like that, your child gotta understand this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just have to
No,
to
for
understand
real.
that I can't do it, baby.
For real. Because when we
You
were
know what I'm
coming
saying?
up,
I can't do it.
when the parent couldn't do it, didn't have it, we dealt with it. You
We
know
dealt
what I'm
with it.
saying? Now,
We dealt with it.
the
It
kid
is
make
what
it
it
like
is.
the parent is a failure now.
Like you said, coming up, we dealt with it. But if we didn't deal with it, we knew it was consequences too, though. It was consequences. You ain't finna do no pouting, it was consequences.
You know
what I'm saying? So our parents was in a position to do what they was doing.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? But they were teaching us all at the same time. They don't teach
to
us.
survive.
They don't teach no more.
These
You know what I'm
kids
saying?
now, they don't have that survival
They don't know
skill.
nothing about struggling. They don't know nothing about no struggles.
You know,
They don't know nothing about no struggles. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of us came out well, we came out well within a struggle.
Yeah.
Our parents were still struggling, and we still came out.
well, you can't give them everything. We at this point, we trying to give them everything.
We can't, and that's the thing. We can't give them everything
Yeah.
because we don't have everything. How we gonna give them something we ain't got?
You know, I think they overdoing it. You know, and I'm not saying don't try to get a kid the best you can give them,
Oh
but
yeah, most definitely.
don't put yourself years behind.
Don't get up out your means.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Don't go above your own means. You know what I'm saying, because it don't make no sense if you know you have a household that need to be taken care of and all that. You can't do this.
Right.
Why put yourself out there like that? Like I said earlier, unless you plan.
No,
if
I'm
you
in the
know
meeting right now. I'm gonna call you right back.
they're at that age, fit to be a prime, get started
Yeah, get started.
back then.
Yeah.
Way back
Yeah.
then. So if you do got to add, it ain't gonna be too much of a struggle for you. You know what I'm saying? Because all you doing is putting on top of what you done saved
And have a limit.
already. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
a
And
limit.
you gotta have it. And you gotta have a limit, like you said.
Gotta
You gotta
have a
have a
limit.
limit. Because you know them kids can go way out.
Man,
They
they'll
go
go.
way out.
They'll go.
Yeah, it ain't their money. They go way
They'll
out.
go to living a dream beyond a dream.
Man, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the cold thing, though, that's a slap in the face, though, is when they turn out to not be shit.
That's hurt.
That's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Because I done did all this for you. All this for you. And then after it's all done, it's a slap in the face.
You ain't
You
doing
ain't
that.
appreciated shit.
Yeah, yeah. So, Brother Ann, how long you been married?
Been married now 9 years.
Is that right? So, did you get married in or out
No, I got married since I've been on.
since you've been home?
Yeah.
Found a good woman.
Good one. Beautiful woman.
Thing is, you gotta appreciate it. A lot of times we don't appreciate, especially when God give us somebody in our life, we think we can do better all the time, you know, and it just look like that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But I know how to appreciate my blessings.
Proud of you, man.
I know how to appreciate my blessings, man.
Proud of you. God is good.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is.
God is good.
Yes, He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause it's a lot of cats out there, you know what I mean, done a lot of things, but God done kept you, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
Yeah. Out of that 15 of life, how many did you do?
31.
You did 31? Boy, you have to be a strong brother. Yeah, you have to be a strong man. You know. Just to keep this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Boy.
But you know what helped me through it?
What's that?
In my mid, I'm gonna say, no, it's a little bit over my midway, man. Cause I mean, at one point in time, like every time I went to the board 12 times.
Wow.
12 times before they decided to give me a date and say, okay, you good to go. You know what I'm saying? But before then, man, it's like I found myself starting to lose hope a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because cause when you go, they always talk about do this, do that, do this, do that. You know, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm thinking on the outside the box, doing things. But it seemed like it was never working because every time I go, denied. And I had to sit back and I started thinking to myself, man, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? What is it that I'm missing? And I had to get deep in me. And I'm like, boy, get God in your life, boy. You know what I'm saying? But once I found out what I was missing, me, and man, when I got God in my life, man, it's like it was no point of return. It was all about forwardness, man. Everything just started falling in place, man. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing I know, man, I went up in there, and I went up in there with just a negative attitude, to be honest with you.
Is
you know what I'm
that
saying?
right?
No, but the reason why, because they always, I done had all these different
denials, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? What's gonna make this day any different?
But
you
I'm
know
going.
what I'm saying?
But
But
you
I'm gonna go in. I'm going in there because I got my shit together. I got
Right.
my shit. I always did, but I got my shit together.
But one of the things,
You know what I'm saying?
You know, one of the things when you went that time,
Yeah, it does.
hold
Most
on.
definitely.
God said, "Hey, I'm sitting here with you now."
Yeah.
It ain't that He wasn't there before.
Oh yeah, he always was there.
He said that, you know,
It just wasn't my time.
when your time.
It just wasn't my time.
But He said
You know
that
what I'm
at that
saying?
time.
Yeah.
He
And
said,
then,
"This
yeah,
is hey. How many times you went?
12.
That's that number 12. Yeah.
Yeah, and he gave me that stamp of approval. And the cold thing, when they said they was finding me suitable, God knows, I was so spaced out, I didn't even hear him say it. I didn't. I didn't. They still sit there talking and stuff, and I did not hear them say that we're finding you suitable today, Mr. Singleton. I missed the whole thing.
What?
I did, because I didn't block everything out because I'm so used to hearing
Denial.
the denial. I didn't want to hear the shit no more. So when they did say it, I didn't catch it. I didn't hear it because I done already shut myself down until the lady kept talking, and I'm like, what's going on here? What did she say? She said, don't get in any trouble and good luck. When she said don't get in no trouble and good luck. Didn't register, but it registered, but it didn't register. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I still haven't heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then my attorney tell me, he said, man, I told you, man, good job. And he said, I told you good job. I said, good, because I went in there, even though I had the attorney there, I did my own shit.
Is that right?
Because, you know what I'm saying, I don't nobody know me better than I know me. Can't nobody speak for me better than I'm going to speak for my damn self.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I went up in there, you know what I'm saying? He did said certain things, but other than that, I took the lead on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I put too much work in for it.
Right.
I put too much work in for it. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean...
So when they deny you, how long do it take for you to go again?
It varies. You know, it can be 2 years, it can be 3 years, it can be one. I done had 1 year denials, I done had 2 year denials, I done had 3 year denials, and then a few years before I went to my last hearing, it passed a law where they would deny cash 5 years. 10, 15 years. I'm like, ooh. I said, I don't want to be a candidate of none of that.
Right.
I got too much time in already. Why I want to be a candidate for somebody that's alive 5, 10 years? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, no. And so, that really put me on my game too, though. You know what I'm saying? I said, like, not that. Got too much time in already. I didn't know whether to cry, smile. My feeling was so mixed up.
So check this out. Once they gave you, your release time, now you go back to your cell. What was that first night like knowing I got a date?
You know what? I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even sleep because I'm still trying to process what just took place earlier that day. I'm still trying to process it.
So when they give you a date, how long was it before that release date?
No, you got a whole nother, because it go through Sacramento. It's a phase you go through, a 6-month phase. You know what I'm saying? Because it got to go through the governor. And the governor can either accept a decision or he can take it.
Is that right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you still got another hurdle.
And that was the stressful part. For 6 months, I was a stress bucket for 6 months because I didn't know whether he's going to take my date. Wow, that he gave me. Like normally when we fight our old hearings and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When we fight that, we always looking for legal mail. We always looking for me legal mail. Within that 6 months, I don't want to see no damn legal mail. Because the legal mail that come through now ain't gonna be good. Because the only thing gonna come through there now is coming from the governor. I don't want to see none of that shit.
So after 6 months go by, right? How do you know if he approves or denies?
You don't know until, if he ain't gonna touch it, somewhere within a week before that 6 months get there, they done already got the prison system through your counselor and stuff like that, and they done send whatever paperwork they done sent to them for you that you have to sign. I was out there working because I worked it in the building,
right.
And they called me in there and said, my counselor had came in there and said, I got some paperwork for you to sign. And me again, I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? I done signed so much damn paperwork through all them years till it ain't funny. So It's like, you know what I'm saying? I go up in there. And then the big sheet, when I got ready to sign that, I seen my name in fine print on there. Said, Anthony Singleton, CDC number, woo. I will not be contesting release. Man, my heart dropped. I said, I'm out of here. And after that, 2 days later, I landed.
2 days later?
Landed.
So in them 2 days, them last 2 days, or whatever,
Landed.
how was it doing to them?
You
Did
know
you
what
tell anybody?
Yeah. I can tell I'm good. Yeah. You know what I did for the last 2 days?
What?
Gave away, I made sure I got the TV, gave the TV away, gave my music away. Everything I had up in that cell, I gave away, except I kept my pictures, my legal work, and stuff like that. And I already had some little stuff I wanted to dress out with myself. So, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. Everything else, I left with my celly, some of my other homies, I just saw it.
So when you walked out that gate, knew you out this gate.
When I got the O&R, the first thing they were trying to do, they were trying to give me, how to give you the khakis, Parker? They were trying to give me the khakis. You know what I'm saying? Well, because they were saying, man, well, we already took the money off your book thing for the khakis. I said, I don't care. I said, I don't want that shit. I want that shit. I'm leaving up out of prison. Why I want to walk up out here like I'm still in prison? I don't want that shit. I said, I got some stuff to put on right here. I didn't want that shit. And they said, well, we took it off your thing. I don't care. You can keep that money too. I wasn't tripping. That shit ain't important to me. My freedom and what, I didn't care about none of that shit, Butchie.
Wow.
When I said I didn't care about none of that shit, I didn't care about none of that shit. And then, because I'm already feeling disrespected, how the hell I'm going to do 31 goddamn years and then all you giving me $2 at the gate?
How much?
$200 at the gate. That's disrespect right there to me. You know, that's your checkout money. You know what I did with that shit?
No, I've been working in this.
You know what I did with that shit?
Oh, I've been working.
You know what I did with that shit?
What?
As soon as I got home, I say after about like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I was home, I took that shit and I divided out Earl Jr. and then I sent that shit right back up in there.
Send it back.
I didn't want that. I sent it right back up in there.
Give it to somebody in there.
I sent it right back. I didn't keep that shit. I sent it right back up in there. I didn't run. I already felt disrespected.
Wow.
I'd rather leave without nothing but myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the cool thing about the system. How you keep somebody in the prison system for all them years, over half of their life that they didn't spend out here on these streets.
Mm-hmm.
And you give them you give $200 walking out the gate.
Thank God for both of you guys coming on.
Yeah.
And this is what Brown's Neighborhood is about. Brothers that's been in the neighborhood, from the neighborhood. And man, it's a blessing that you guys come down and I've been waiting on them. I ain't gonna let that get away. I've been waiting on them.
Yeah.
But
You got it.
it was a good wait.
Yeah.
It was a good wait from both of them, talking about some of the things that we grew up with and some of the challenges in life that we have been experiencing, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get to 65 and 66, you know, so, and we still going. Me?
Yeah.
62. I'll be 63 in July.
July this year.
Yeah, you know, so I always like to tell, brother, if he come on here and he look good, man, you brothers look good, skin looking good and things like that.
Yeah, they do.
And it's a blessing, man, and for you to sit down and somebody and express this to them, because a lot of people would never know. They don't, to really hear it.
Yeah.
From somebody, because everybody, you could take 2 or 3 brothers that all been down, and their story is gonna be their story.
Yeah, exactly.
They challenge and
Exactly.
the time that they put in and done. Lil John that was here not even a week ago from Grape. Man, and he, he was expressing himself, and man, it even brought him to tears of some of the things that he was expressing
Yeah.
in the time. You know what I'm saying? So, and he had an L too. But nobody but God can take that L off and get you up out of there.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah. man.
Even though he want to see your work, you know what I'm saying? See, a lot of time people have faith. But you got to put some work behind that faith,
Oh,
too.
and you do. That's why I got a lot of love and respect for my boy Ty, too. You know what I'm talking about. He was on your thing, Ty Rose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and him,
Yeah.
we done been in the same spot together.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he said he had to start programming.
Yeah.
He said he
boy, man.
had to get serious about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
He said he had the cell phone and got caught with the cell phone, and he had to let all that stuff go. You know what I'm saying? And really put in the work to get out.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he done 31 too.
Yeah, exactly. Got to put the work in.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
put the work in,
God is
man.
good. And Lord, keep bringing some more of them home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, without a
Keep
doubt.
bringing some
Deserve
more
to be
of them
home,
home.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times those things happen, they be young, and so, man, to God be the glory. God, thank you for the podcast, and thank you for these gentlemen coming down and sharing their life. 'Cause when you talk about this here, it's life, real life. There ain't no imitation going on. So this is the Browns Neighborhood Podcast, man, and I'm grateful, God, that you give me the opportunity to have a podcast. Because without you, ain't nothing possible. Until next time.